Hey guys, coming at you this week. This is Brian.
This is Mike.
How are you guys doing? So we are taping pretty much just a couple minutes after the end of the Rams game. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going to talk about the Jaguars game first, though. Um, wasn't a great ending to the game.
That's terrible.
I really felt like they could have won that game. They could have the missed call on the holding on our receiver.
Paul Richardson
Yeah.
got dragged to the ground. The referee didn't call it.
Yeah.
When are they going to implement the fact that you can overturn bad calls like that? You should be able to challenge the
Or
fact
no
of a no call. I mean, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
That call cost us the game.
Yeah.
Period. We literally scored three touchdowns in like 3 possessions. We were on fire in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Granted, they should have played a lot better in the beginning.
Well,
of the game.
they should have never been in that situation in the first place.
That's true. I got to give credit though to the Jaguars defense the Jaguars offense. They played a great game.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But the point still remains: they should have won that game, and the referees screwed it up, just like today.
Yeah, it's always a little hot still about the Rams game. Yeah, it was really disappointing. The Seahawks just had a lot of turnovers. Here's the problem, critique that I have sometimes. Maybe Bevel, maybe Wilson, not entirely sure. Maybe it's just what the game's throwing them. Is a lot of times I don't feel like the Seahawks will take what the defense will give them. Wilson likes to throw the ball down.
They like to force themselves and play their own style of deep ball. Sometimes
they like the deep ball.
Sometimes you just gotta take what the defense is giving.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Even if it's only 5 yards.
There's nothing wrong with a 5 or 6 yard pass up the middle and chip away until you get the first down.
Especially if it's a second down.
Yeah.
If it's a third down, I get it. I get why you need the extra yards, but it's a second down.
Yeah.
You know? Or if it's a first down, it's like, why are you throwing the ball 40 yards down the field sometimes? I get you want to open up the run game a little bit, but I don't know. It's just sometimes I don't understand why we're forcing the ball downfield sometimes, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a 10-yard play open or a 5-yard play open, it's like just take the 5 yards and move on to the next down.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
That's what Tom Brady does, and look how successful he's been in the league.
7 Super Bowls, 5 of them were wins.
Just can't beat the Giants.
Yeah, and Eli Manning. The thing is Seahawks really did. I mean, the game was over last week, and they somehow chipped their way back into it. I mean, that's the thing. Game ain't over till it's over.
Yeah.
So I thought Seahawks did an excellent job to come back at the end of the game. I thought they did a really good job making a comeback, and it was good. It was good. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, hard loss against the Jaguars. Granted, Jaguars is a good team, number 1 defense in the NFL right now. So
I wouldn't be surprised if they win their first playoff game. Maybe make it to the championship. I don't know about Super Bowl, but especially in the AFC
championship game, they could. It's very possible.
Especially in the AFC, you've got the Steelers and the Patriots, who are just finished their game. Looks like the Patriots won, I think.
I think so.
I heard there was a questionable call again at the end, but you know. I guess referees have always been a part of any sport event.
Human element
of the whole game. I get that, we just want it to be called right sometimes. And when that doesn't happen, I get that people get frustrated. I'm frustrated myself. I'm very frustrated. That so many times, it's frustrating.
Yeah. Well, today's game against the Rams, just a blowout. Bad game. Bad game. Doesn't help that the game starts off with a great pass to McAvoy, catches it, and then he fumbles the ball, and then pretty much just went downhill from there. I'm glad at least the Seahawks got in the end zone. I thought maybe that they wouldn't even score and we would get blanked.
Why do we still have McAvoy?
Well, this year he's been decent this year.
But what has he done? I mean, seriously, you telling me that? I've said it earlier on in the year that Casey Williams, that I guess I heard that he doesn't block very well, or that he doesn't try his full hardest when he's not getting the ball. But who cares? The guy scored touchdowns in the preseason. Why did you cut him? you need an offensive or you need a special teams player, you can go get a special teams player off of the street. You don't need special teams players.
Apparently, special teams players weren't that great today.
Yeah, and he wasn't even that good today. So I don't understand why the Hawks kept him. They should have kept Casey Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I just it baffles me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I mean, it doesn't help we don't have KJ Wright, don't have Sherman, don't have Chancellor, don't have Averill. I mean, you're talking a lot of huge guys.
A lot of talent.
Yeah. Now, I think Seahawks stick in it, play a lot better. 42 points, I don't know. I mean, Gurley seemed to really have his way on the ground today.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, of course, I will say that 7 of those points came from the 1 yard line. And I really don't expect the Hawks to be able to hold them for 4 downs at the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
and that was a punt return, and that's special teams.
Yeah.
And then there was another punt that they got 7 more points off, and they started most of their drives. In fact, every single one that they scored on in the first half, they started either at the 50 or in Seattle possession. So I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to defend that short field consistently. I mean, they gave up 2 field goals to start the game.
Mm-hmm.
Not so bad. But
no, not at all.
When you have to consistently defend,
I know, I agree.
It's not good.
It just wasn't characteristic of any of them. I mean, Bobby Wagner's still a little injured. He's not running at full 100% probably, which is, I mean, it's fine. I'd rather, you got to keep him healthy. You can't have it so he's not playing for the rest of the year. Thomas seemed a little bit off too. Whole defense just seemed a little off
today. He needs to wrap up with his arms. There's 3 or 4 tackles today he missed. Why? Because he came in like a bullet and he didn't wrap up with his arms.
Yeah.
It's football 101 on defense. You wrap up with your arms.
Yeah, I mean, he's still,
It just makes so much. I mean, there was a first down that they got because he didn't wrap up with his arms. He wraps up with his arms and they don't get a first down. It's like that's pivotal in every first down. We know every single yard is pivotal in the game of football.
Yeah.
Every single play, something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, every inch matters. And when you don't wrap up with your arms, you miss tackles.
Yeah,
it's I'm sorry, but a junior hire who played football for the very first time in his entire life knew that you wrap up with your arms.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, they just got beat though, plain and simple. I mean, there's definitely some bad calls or missed calls, but even still, the calls didn't affect at least the outcome of the game.
I think that you could arguably take 16 points off the board. Intentional grounding at the end of the game was crap.
Yeah.
The punt that they returned to the 1 yard line. There was a missed block in the back call.
Yeah.
You take that, you hike it back 10, 50 yards plus the extra 10. That's 60 yards back. I mean, that's huge. And then there was the other punt return that they returned, I think, for I want to say it was like 60 or 70 yards. There was 2 block in the backs they missed. 2 of them. How do you miss 2? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
the 16-point swing. I'm not saying that the Hawks would have won. I'm not saying that. Okay, the Rams defense. The Rams defense. I gotta give them credit. Like they played well. But that being said, momentum is a big part of games.
Yeah.
And if they don't score those 16 points, 14 of them came early in the game. That's a 14-point swing going into halftime instead of being down.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean? It baffles me how that can happen. And I could go on, but I won't.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But anyways, Hawks got 2 games left. Not very many, guys. Face the Cowboys next week, and then the week after that, face the Cardinals.
Gotta win out.
Yeah.
Have a chance.
They have to win out. And
Atlanta's gonna have to lose.
Yeah, and I don't know. Even if Hawks win out, but the Rams and Atlanta wins out, doesn't matter. Season's over.
If Atlanta wins out and the Rams win out, then the Hawks are done.
Yeah.
But we have to win out regardless. So Hawks got to win out. They gotta.
Yeah.
And they gotta hope that the Atlanta Falcons lose one more game than the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they want to make playoffs, and even then it's gonna be a 6 seed. Now, of course, if the Rams lose out, that's a different story. then we could potentially take the division and be the 3rd or the 4th seed, which.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th. Definitely not 1st or 2nd.
No.
I don't even.
That goes to the Vikings and the Eagles.
But to be honest, I don't see the Rams losing out. So.
I don't either. But stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
You never know.
That's true.
So, I mean, the likelihood is Atlanta's got to lose. That's the likelihood of the Seahawks making the playoffs at this point.
Yeah.
That's our picture. We're 6th seed if we make it.
Well, they have to face Cowboys in Cowboys.
Which is a tough game.
First game for Ezekiel. More than likely, they'll have KJ Wright back, though.
Which will help.
So you do have one more guy out there.
And he's pivotal in our run defense.
Yeah,
and I really feel like that is another reason why the Hawks lost today. Because KJ Wright is an MVP caliber player. He's a Pro Bowl player on the defense that, in my opinion, gets overlooked because everyone knows about the Legion of Boom. Everybody knows who Michael Bennett is. You know, everyone knows Richard Sherman's name, and not many people know about our linebacker core, and our linebackers are real good.
Line is pretty stout. We didn't get through. We got, two sacks, maybe 3?
Yeah, maybe. And I believe they were saying, Frank Clark had the strip sack, which was pretty good. Unfortunately, the Rams fell on the ball, but it's still nice to stop them on a down.
Yeah.
They were saying in the game that the Rams offensive unit has been together since for the whole season. They haven't had to replace any guys. So
it makes a big difference when you're not injured.
It makes a huge difference. Exactly. I mean, how many guys have the Seahawks have on their offensive unit?
Yeah.
I mean, every year. Yeah. You know, and I get usually that's Cable's mentality is you get these young guys who are strong and able. You train them up, and all year they get this they get this compatibility. They gel together. They become a good offensive unit, and that's usually when the playoffs hit, you know, or the playoff time when we have to win. And so, I don't know. It's disappointing.
Yeah, I want to say nice job to Mike Davis. I thought he ran the ball pretty well today.
Should have given him the ball more.
I felt like they should have given the ball more. I don't know why they didn't. Rawls didn't even suit up again.
I don't know what's going on with him. He's got something.
He must be injured still because I don't even know why he's not suiting up. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
Well, Eddie Lacy's on the roster. He didn't suit up.
Yeah, but I mean, Lacy, you understand. Lacy's had way more opportunities than Rawls has, and he has, squandered.
I don't know. Maybe Rawls is just hurt. They don't want to risk any more chance of injury. Maybe they feel good about Mike Davis. I mean, I felt pretty good about Mike Davis today.
Yeah.
He played not bad. I can understand why they want to run the ball though, because maybe we haven't had success running the ball this year much, like at all. Yeah. And so I get it why you'd want to pass the ball more and let Russell Wilson be Russell Wilson. He had a few Houdini plays. He also had a fumble that he lost, which was unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, it's just a disappointing day. Yeah. I mean, it's just not what you want to see as a Hawks fan. As a football fan, really, even at all. I mean, I don't like blowouts.
No, you want to.
I mean, you want some kind of excitement.
Definitely so.
But yeah, moving on though. I want to talk about the Yankees trade with the Marlins. I mean, I feel like the Yankees got away with highway robbery here. Like seriously, like
I know.
The Marlins got crap. Even in retirement, Derek Jeter is the MVP of that Yankee team. I'm telling you, man. Like.
Well, I'm surprised that Jeter lets his trade go through being the owner.
Well, he wants the Yankees to win, apparently. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, Stanton's now a Yankee. I was looking at a stat. Between him and Aaron Judge, they had 100 and some odd home runs. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was 4th on a list of all teams' home runs. So if you took all the teams' home runs, just those two were 4th out of every team in the MLB. So I think you're going to see the Yankees on top of that list next year.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
They'll probably be the number 1 team. I will say though, those two together though, how many strikeouts do they have?
Oh gosh,
probably 300.
Aaron Judge struck out a lot last year. I don't know how much
Judge had at least 150 by himself.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he was hitting the ball over the fence, or he's hitting the ball into the catcher's mitt. By hitting, I mean not at all.
Yeah, it's a complete swing and miss. So I mean, here's the thing. I think they'll get a lot of home runs. There will be times though there might be a game or two in there where both of them go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
And that's the other thing. That's their offense, it looks like.
Yeah, so they're going to be streaky. When they're on, the Yankees are going to be the hardest team to beat.
Yeah.
When they're cold, you better pray that you're 1, 2, and 5 through 9 do something. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
You know what else I saw? CC Sabathia signed again with the Yankees.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, a lower contract. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He said he still has more work to do. He wants another championship, right?
Oh,
I think he knows that any other team he's going to at this point in his career is not a playoff caliber team, or if they are, they're on the edge. And so,
National
don't think they need him. So he says he's got unfinished work to do.
I'm surprised the Yankees signed him, to be honest.
Well, it was a significant pay cut from what I understand. Yeah, so I think that was
his contract ended, right? And then he signed a new contract?
Yeah, so what it is I think he's because he's taken such a significant pay cut here.
Yeah.
How
much year was he getting paid last year? Do you know?
Oh gosh, I'd have to look up those statistics, and I don't even know them. But
was it over 15 mil?
Oh gosh, it might have been.
I don't know how much.
No, those contracts are pretty stacked at the end of their.
I don't know how much
at the end of them,
getting paid. Yeah, that's the thing. I would say. Well, his contract's got to be, I'm assuming, less than $10 million a year now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably, I think it's significantly less.
Okay.
So yeah, that's something interesting in baseball world that you stay in.
He'll probably be their number 5.
Probably 4 or 5, maybe 3. I don't know. It just depends on who they have. Well, I mean, it depends on who they can get.
Ooh, I think you got to be.
Look at the playoffs, though. In the playoffs, he was their best pitcher.
I know.
So I mean,
is he 40 though?
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
Here's the thing. As a Yankees fan, if he's your number 3, I'd be worried.
Unless he can pitch like he did in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he's not a number 3 pitcher anymore.
Nah, he's probably
a 4 or 5. And really, yeah, if he's your number 3, then yeah, be scared. If he's your number 2 or 1, don't buy tickets this year. You're not going to win any games.
I'm pretty sure the Yankees will sell out. Yeah. I don't think we need to worry about that.
That's true.
It's the Mariners we need to worry about having people in the seats.
Oh gosh.
Well, but yeah, so we'll see what happens next week with the Seahawks and the Cowboys. If the Hawks lose, that's it. Season's over.
Yeah.
Unless Atlanta loses tomorrow, and next week.
And the week after that, then.
Well, no, if they lose tonight or tomorrow and next week, then they'll have the same record as us. So then all we have to, I guess they do have to lose.
They'd have to lose out.
So pretty much the Seahawks, they need to win. So if we lose to the Cowboys next week, it might be the end of the season, and then we'll see how many people are rooting for those Mariners.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the Sounders for making it to the Cup finals.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate they got beat pretty handily. The whole game they were really getting beat. You probably didn't get a chance to watch it.
Unfortunately, no. I saw some of the highlights, some of the goals. It looks like one of them was a pretty tricky shot, though. I mean, it looked like it was a pretty tough shot to make. And Toronto, congratulations to them. But yeah, the Sounders made it to the MLS Cup the second time. That's pretty impressive in 2 years.
Yeah. So the exact same team too. Toronto's in place last year.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of exciting though. I mean maybe next year they can go back and this time. That would be pretty cool. So
but yeah.
Oh, also Tiger Woods. He came back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he was a top 10 finish, I believe.
Yeah, number 9.
That's pretty
finished
good.
9th. He was actually in the lead after the second day.
Yeah. Hey, for the first time back in a long time, like I don't care what anybody says, just because he's Tiger Woods and you expect him to be top 2 every time, like top 9 finishes.
That's respectable.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at John Daly, one of this guy's favorite golfers. You know, hey, he's a fun guy to watch.
He won on the Champions this year.
This year. And he's a fun guy to watch. He's got the crazy pants.
And the Schwab Cup, the Championship final, he came in the top 5. He was like 2 or 3.
And so he had obviously some drinking problems, and he's since controlled that just a little bit, And he's since controlled that. And now he's coming back. He's a good player. He's not what he was, but he's a good player. He can still hit the ball long. Yeah, I mean, he's older. He's in the senior PGA now, so it's.
I think he had the longest average drive this year.
Oh, okay.
Or top something for senior tour, obviously.
Yeah.
He's averaging 290 something. So
it's pretty good for
shoot. I can't hit 290 something, and I'm only 29. So.
But yeah, I think watch out, golfing world. Tiger Woods. I think he's he's made comebacks before.
Yeah,
I think he's finally at that point where he's like, you know what? I'm ready to go. I'm here to win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat Jack Nicklaus. That's what I want. I know that's what he wants, and I know that's what Tiger fans want. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, we'll see. But I think he's back.
Yeah.
I think he's.
Is he gonna win 10 tournaments a year?
No.
Is he gonna win 2, 3?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 2 or 3, maybe a major a year, maybe a major every other year. Probably not every year, but
I think this next year, if he doesn't win a major, he'll be in the top 10. I think he'll be a top 10 finisher, at least in one of them.
Yeah.
It takes time though to come back from, especially with how the game's evolved and changed, and all these young players.
40, 41. I don't remember how old he is.
I believe he's 41, but I could be wrong.
Really? Okay, but
I think he's in his 40s. He could be 39.
I'm gonna do a little fact check here, you guys. We're gonna find out what this is. But he's got a couple of years left before I say it's pretty hard. I don't know if anybody over 45 has ever won a major.
I'm not entirely sure on that, but
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. At least
I know that it gets a lot tougher because you got all those young guns who have a lot more energy and who can do those 4-day golfing tournaments a lot more efficiently. And as people who are fans of golf know, just one day of golf can be difficult, yet alone 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And so it really just is.
His birthday's December 30th, so he's coming up on his birthday right now. So he's born in 75, so 85, 95, 05, 15. He's gonna make 4. Okay, so he's 42 coming to this next season. So
we can do math.
Yeah. So I say he's got 4, maybe 5 years left. If he doesn't want to major in the next 4 or 5 years,
the chances definitely go down.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I definitely think that I think he'll win at least one more.
Okay.
One more major before he's done.
We'll see.
That's my prediction.
Okay. Well, anyways, we're just gonna be a shorter one this week. Anyways.
Talking about golf and baseball has cheered me up, but I was actually pretty pissed off before this video.
Yes, he was.
Stupid.
We won't be taping next week. Somebody's leaving, going to Arizona for 2 weeks, so maybe I'll do a little one-on-one thing, and I'll just kind of talk about some stats and whatnot. Maybe I'll come at you guys about Edgar Martinez here and why he should be in the Hall of Fame. The big project I've worked on for the last 6 or 7 years. So
at least.
Anyways, hey, Merry Christmas to you guys. Happy New Year. Hope you guys enjoy the time with your families, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.